Wow.
It's been a long year, crazy year. It's been a crazy year. Good to see everybody. All right. Welcome to Speaker Co-working for December 30th of 2025. I am the host, Ron Story. I'm joined by Angela Lewis and a lot of our speaker clients. It's always good to see everybody. This is the call that we do every day that helps speakers to get booked more and paid more by teaching them how to grow a real business and not have a speaking career. Got to be in the speaking business. So usually we start off with wins. I don't know if anybody had any wins since yesterday, but just in case, we always ask the question. Any new wins? EJ, what up? EJ is finally on camera. EJ been hiding for the last year. She come in here, never turned on her camera, and today we got
Oh
EJ on camera.
gosh. Let me tell you, I do have a win, and I am so glad that her face is in the place. Frida. Frida contacted me and I answered back, and now we're in a co-working relationship. And I can't thank you, Ron and Angela. Angela, you showing up on LinkedIn, and I'm loving it. Yeah. So thank you so much. I'm at that point now where my courage has risen. And yeah, and Angela, I'm ready to take that step, even though it's practice.
Yes.
So thanks so much. And the audience, yesterday I just decided to drop in, Ron. I said
Mhm.
I was going to come today.
Yeah, I
And
remember.
I'm live today, but yesterday I was on my camera was off. But I want to say this quickly, that audience yesterday made up for probably 5 years of me not really being here
Mm.
consistently. So thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
all of
EJ.
everything was awesome. And I appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Yeah. For those who don't know, EJ was one of our first lifetime deal people back in 2021. Long time ago.
Somewhere in there.
Long time ago. 2021, she joined us. For those who don't know, we offer what we call lifetime accounts. Um, at different times throughout the year, if someone decides to go lifetime with Speaker Hub, it's basically a 15-month commitment. So if you pay what's approximately 15 months, we give you access for life. We've done that for the last, what's this, since 2019. So for the last six going into 7 years, um, throughout the year, we'll offer different promotions. The great thing is that for those who get in early, it's always cheaper. So tonight on the webinar, we will bring back Lifetime, but it won't be at the same price as it was for Black Friday. So every time we reintroduce Lifetime, we raise the price a little bit so that we don't make the people who bought it in 2020 feel bad. We make them feel good about the deal that they got. But also those who bought it in 2024 or earlier this year, you should feel like you made a good decision and it was a great investment. So, um, yeah, so thanks EJ for supporting
Hey, listen, Ron,
PitchDB
thank
before it was
you.
Speaker Hub.
All my crazy questions throughout the year, and this guy answers them. I mean, it was just absolutely unbelievable. And then I can listen, I have to see your daughter every single time. Okay. Is that a bet?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, she's we got to go take family pictures. So I got
Awesome.
about an hour and a half today before I have to hop off. And then so she's pre debutante, as I like to
Awesome.
say. So she has to go get her hair and makeup done for her pictures. So you want to say hi?
Awesome.
Say hi. Okay. All right. You gonna let me? You gonna let me talk? You gonna go? ¿Estás quedando or se fue? Okay. So, all right. Well, we got some new people. Guerda, Felix, I've never met you before. And then we got Brian Trachel. So let's finish up if we have any other wins, and then we'll let you two introduce yourselves. So Frida, what's up? What's the win?
Uh, Ron, I always have a win, which is you.
Thank you. I appreciate
This
that.
this great community. That's why I never get tired of just having a win and saying thank you to Ron. And I can't even have said it better than EJ did. So, Ron, you know me, I'll go behind there poking people's noses, and it's like, hi. And then before you know it, something bigger than ourselves grows out of that. And I am so grateful. I have Jideka right there. I have EJ right there. I have Sharon right there. I have Bonnie. I have had dinner at my sister's place with Leroy. I have Siran. I have everybody. I have had dinner with Angela. So, what else
No,
can
it's
I say
incredible.
about 2025?
Frida, that is a big freaking deal. And unlike, as you all, if you're new here, what you may not know is that we encourage you to talk to each other. You know, like sometimes you join a community and like, don't talk to, these are my people. Whatever. Sell, exchange LinkedIn, partner up, go to dinner, make deals, sell stuff. It's a community. It's not a Ron stage. This is not about me. It's about us
And here
building
comes
and helping each
Dee.
other.
I've also had, nice conversations with Dee, Lawrence. Yeah. I don't know if there's anybody here that I haven't talked to unless they're new.
Well, if we need a director of community relations, it's going to be Frida. So if you we gonna let you be our community relations manager because you know more people at Speaker Hub than I do. A lot of people got my phone number, but you've actually gone out and had dinner and all of that stuff. I haven't. With me being in South America, it's been a bit difficult. But thank you, Frida, for all of your contribution, your positive attitude, and just being a great human over the last year or so that we've all been on this journey together. So, Guerda and Brian, you all want to introduce yourselves. You want to go first, Guerda? Did I say your name right? Probably screwed it up.
Well, hello and thank you. My name is Gerda. It's like air, Gerda.
Okay.
And EJ invited me. She didn't give me too much. She said, "Okay, I want to invite you somewhere." So I said, "Okay, sure. Send me the link." And here I am. I don't necessarily know what to say. I know now
Okay.
I am the only reason I'm able to make it is because today I am on vacation. So it's a pleasure to be here.
Are you a speaker? Are you an aspiring speaker?
I am a Toastmaster, therefore, I do speak spoken at different places, but also wanting to continue to do that.
And may
Yep.
I add, she's
Perfect. So,
also
what's your
an
topic?
author. Ron, she's an author.
Okay. What? Tell us
Okay.
about your book. Put the link in the chat.
Gosh, I wasn't expecting that.
Put
My
the link
book,
in the chat.
so my book is called "And the Whole World Stopped." Basically, what we've done, I have talked to many Toastmasters, and finally, there were six of us who said yes. Oh, here's the book. Who said yes? And we said yes to writing the book together. So each of us has our own chapter. Basically, it is the story of what happened to us, what happened through us, and what happened for us during the pandemic.
Okay. Well, put the link in the chat.
Okay, I'll find it.
You know,
Thank you.
this is, this is where we share,
Thank
right?
you.
So, yeah, Brian, you want to tell us about what you do?
Sure. Good morning, and I would say my win is obviously stumbling upon this group through some connections and cross referencing things. I came across Ron and reached out, and he invited me to to come and at least say hello. But I'm calling from Pura Vida, Costa Rica, right here, and been in the speaking industry, pretty much 15 years, having been in San Diego, which was a pretty big hotbed of speaking activity, as well as working with Vistage speakers. So my role usually is to help people kind of get real clear on who's my audience, and drafting, what are my fees, just really help them get the basics when it comes down to, being a speaker, because there's a lot behind that to get yourself out there. So I think it's really complimentary. Looking at the tools with Speaker Hub, I'm blown away at the potential for, with this technology that wasn't there before, because it was, a lot of effort. Now you really have a good sense of crunching your numbers and really forecasting what your sales can be and your projected income for being a professional speaker. So I'm here to help answer any questions. So, I'll put my LinkedIn profile, connect with me, see if we have any, any mutual friends along the way, and we'll make some new friends here. But thank you, Ron, for having me with to the group today.
Oh yeah, you're always welcome. We do this every day. There will be a format change at the beginning of the year. You all will get an email um, over the weekend explaining what the new format will be. But yeah, we do this every single day. We're excited about 2026. So Sebastian, what's up?
What's up? Did everybody introduce themselves, the new people?
Yep, it was only 2 so far.
Okay, so I just want to share some encouraging words with Gerda. Did I pronounce that right?
I think it's Gerda, like
Gerda.
Gerda? Gerda?
Gerda.
Like it's Gerda, but Gerda. Okay, very cool.
She's
Gerda,
almost left, not all the way left.
yes. Gerda, let's have a brotherly conversation here secretly. Um, do you want to speak like on stages, keynotes, workshops, all that?
Eventually, yes.
Do you have any hesitation because of your accent?
No.
Very good. So I used to have a horrendous, I was very self-conscious about my accent. So I wanted to go to accent reduction, but actually people love my accent. So that's good. But I started out as a Toastmaster. I resisted it. People kept telling me, join Toastmaster, join Toast. Finally, I joined. And I was about 15 years. I was a member and area governor 2 years, president 5 years. But Toastmaster gave me the confidence. My confidence grew to levels that I have not known possible. So, yeah, stick with that for as long as you need it. And congratulations for taking action and being here and on your book also.
Thank you.
We're still waiting on the link to the book. I don't know why she's
Yeah,
being
it's coming.
stingy.
It's coming.
She over there being stingy. You're like, yo, she keeping the goods. I think Kevin is a Toastmasters champion too. Kevin Hempstead. I know he's done a bunch of Toastmasters talking. He's at the beach right now. He's at the beach in Colorado. But
And
so
lots of people poo-poo on Toastmasters like really badly. Some of those people have never been to a Toastmasters meeting. But if you are not a confident speaker, Toastmasters is a great place to practice your skill. And there are clubs, if you're in a big city, there are clubs that are really rigid. If it works for you, fine. But if not, then find another one that's more supportive.
So, Guelda,
no,
something else we do on the side is once you share your book link, some of us get interested, they read, and they write you a book review. Yes.
so you might get some sales and reviews. You
Thank
just
you.
never know.
I
If
promise
you
to
don't
read
share
it
it,
and write you a book review.
Thank you. Thank you.
you never know. So as we go into the end of the year, I really kept these last 4 days, the last Monday and Tuesday of last week and this week, pretty wide open for questions, ask me anything style goal setting for next year. So the floor is wide open. If you all have any questions about what you're working on for next year, or if you want to share something that you've discovered, but I don't have a formal lesson to teach. Normally, for those who are new, the first 15 minutes is usually introductions and wins. And then it's usually 30 minutes of me teaching, closed out with another 15 minutes of questions about what was taught. But we decided to do these as Ask Me Anything because we know people are doing goal planning and other things throughout the next couple weeks as they go into 2026. So if you have any questions about anything, here's the time to open it up. If not, I will figure out something to talk to you about. All right.
Ron, I
It
have
sounds
some
like
questions.
I'll go ahead. Perfect. This makes it easier.
I will have lots of questions. One of them is in the document you shared yesterday. When I click on the portal link, it's asking me for a username and password.
Is
I
it
tried
asking you
to
to create?
reset it, but I
Is it
cannot.
asking you to create one, or what
Mm-mm.
does it ask you?
It's just to log in.
Okay. So what you want to do is in the group, in the
Facebook group.
Facebook group, go ahead and
Mhm.
write Kamanzi a letter or write
Okay.
him a message and say, hey, can I get access to the
Okay.
document? Just say, Ron sent me the doc. Can I get access so I can have, and he'll get that set up for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. Yep. If he doesn't respond, just know he's in Thailand. So he's 13 hours ahead of us. So right now it's 1 a.m. there.
I'm not,
Right.
I never expect I won't send you instant answer. I don't expect it from.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure because sometimes people are like, well, I sent to me. He didn't get back to me. And I'm like, dude, he's asleep until tomorrow. Go ahead, Bonnie. What's up?
Hi, morning. The doc that EG just mentioned, that is, if we're already in Kamanzi's world, we have this, right? This is not
Yes,
something that I missed,
it's only for Speaker Hub lifetime members. So if you
right?
are not lifetime, we won't approve it. But I don't know if he's
But
already shared it with you. It's just this is the Speaker Hub version that we edited to take all the junk out of it.
oh, okay. Would you reshare it just so I can see? Because I'm well into the Kamanzi world, but would you please reshare it just so I can
Yeah. So
make sure I
did
didn't?
you probably already have it?
Probably.
But yeah, I mean, if you probably already have it, but I'll put it in
Okay.
the chat for those who don't.
Okay.
Um,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
yep, no problem. Let me bring it up. So for those who don't know, if you are a part of Speaker Hub and you're a lifetime member, you get access to everything that I own. So every company, whether it's PR, podcast related, you get lifetime access to everything, not just the Speaker Hub. And that's going to change, but as of right now, you get access to it. Um, as long as you have lifetime. But in 2026, we're making some changes on that side. So, yep, it's going to be great. The Stop Speaking for Free event, that is definitely this evening. There's the link in the chat, Bonnie. Yep, and EG, you know you're sharing your screen?
Where's the chat button?
Okay, so you have to just look
Oh, I
up
think I found
Kamanzi.
it. I think I found it.
Yeah, you click on his name. No,
Oh,
you want to find him.
okay.
Like a comment. He may have put something in. Yeah, just find him and send him a private message.
Okay.
If you go down, you'll see he's one of the admins right there.
I see
And if
him.
you
Yeah.
highlight his name, it's going to let you reach out to him.
Thank you.
Yep. Any other questions? Any other points of direction?
Yeah, same thing. When I click on the Google document, it say which access you need. I just say viewer and give me an access. That's all what I did now.
Yep. Yep. That's perfectly fine. I'll get it approved for you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I don't see the access on mine either. And I'm definitely, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get
Okay.
it approved for you. I promise you. We're not gonna leave you out in the cold. I got you.
Just don't want to miss anything. Kamanzi moves pretty fast, like you, so I don't want to be left behind.
Oh yeah, no, we're not leaving you out in the cold. Any other questions?
I have another one actually. Um,
Yep.
as I mentioned to you not long ago, I'm going back to surveying, and I'm not sure. As I'm moving into more into the education space where I came from and I belong, and hitting up principals and assistant soups and such about speaking for high schools and also universities. Um, I'm not sure who to survey and who to go straight for, um, what my offer could be. Like, say principal X of this school, I'd like to speak at that school. Okay, should I survey that person and then come back later? Or should I go directly to them and say, this is what I can bring? I'm just not sure where
Okay.
the dividing
So
line is there.
all right. So it's really
Thanks.
simple.
Okay,
How many people do you need in order to start doing the surveys?
one.
You got one principal in your phone?
Yep.
Okay. Survey the people that are your warm leads, right? Because they're going to give you referrals to 5. And then those 5 are going to give you referrals to 5, which gives you 25. And those 25 are going to give you referrals to 5, which puts you at 156. 125 plus 25 plus one, I guess 151, right? And
Yes.
you just keep doing that. That's how
Okay.
you grow the business, right?
Okay. So
I think
I
it's
totally
156.
understand. I understand the exponential referral growth totally. You just helped clarify for me. I think what my question in my own mind is is seeing the survey as information seeking only, but it's more referral seeking when it comes to that.
It is three things. It's information for your white paper. It's a request for a future meeting, and it's a request for more referrals to get more information and more future meetings.
It is all that built in. Okay. All right. Bing, the light just went on. Thanks.
This company right here, this is where we took this from.
Yeah, I have to get past that idea if that's its info seeking only. It's not.
This company right here last year did $38 billion.
Northwestern Mutual.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
You know what their slogan is?
No, I don't remember.
The slogan used to be the quiet company,
Oh yeah.
right? You know why it was called the quiet company?
Because they didn't
Because they
advertise?
never advertised. They never advertised. It was built 100% on referrals.
Wow. That's impressive. Okay. Message received.
Right? So they were very, look at this. In 2010 is when they started advertising. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
After hundreds of years, they never ran advertising. It was referral only. And it was built on that freaking survey. Right?
Okay. Thanks for the reminder. I know you've said it before.
Yeah, it's referrals. It's why would we want to go out and expect a stranger to give us time
Yeah.
when we haven't even talked to all of our friends and family that can give us the same time and give us an introduction to someone else?
Good point.
Does that make sense? So here's the
Yeah.
issue that most people run into. They try to sell their family and friends. They don't trust you. So just get referrals from them. You
Yep.
wasted time trying to sell your family and friends. Sell them on giving you referrals, right? And not referrals to buy, but referrals to complete the survey. And then the decision to meet with you in the future is up to the person doing the survey. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But if you try to
Yep.
sell in that first call, you are going to blow everything, right?
Okay.
So
Yep.
let me just go back through this again because we always, as humans, we happen to bastardize the systems. We take the system and we change it. And then we
Oh,
say, I didn't do that. And it's like, yes, you did.
you did.
So here it is here, the basic introduction. I help entrepreneurs to get booked for paid speaking gigs, podcast interviews, and press coverage so they don't have to dance on TikTok to get clients. Over the next month, I'm completing a survey of 200 people to learn more about the problems that they face. Would you be willing to give me 6 to 7 minutes to answer a few questions? At the end of the survey, I will share the results with you and everyone who helped me. Very simple,
Okay.
straight to the
Uh-huh.
point. Can't sell nothing in 7 minutes, right? So
Right.
they say, yeah, I would love to do that. Okay, well, perfect. Before I make the decision, I would really love to hear your thoughts on the industry and what you think of me focusing on this target audience. So me working with principals or me working with senior living facilities. Does that make sense? You can modify it, right? And then
Yes, of
you put
course.
their name and stuff into the thing before you meet them. They never see this. You're reading this from the screen, but they don't see it and you're filling it out. Got it?
Yes, they don't see it. Yep, I've done this. Uh-huh.
And then you put in the lead source. Frida gave me this referral. So now you can track everybody where they came from. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
The questions are built around what we call funneling, where you start really broad to get them comfortable, and then you ask more specific questions. If you start off saying, what problem would you pay to make go away tomorrow? They're like, I don't even know you. What you talking about? My psoriasis, right? You're like, when I talk about psoriasis. So you got to start really wide. Say, hey, tell me your thoughts about leadership training or your experience with leadership coaches or your experience with chiropractors or your experience with dietitians, your experience with barbers. I don't know. Whatever it is, it should be really broad,
Educator
right?
retention. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, tell me your experience working with educational consultants, really wide, or the consulting
Okay.
industry. What do you think a consultant should do for you? In regards to previous contacts with coaches and consultants in education, what have they done that you've liked the most? What have you done that they like the least?
So,
You see how they're telling you how to build the business.
yep.
They're always trying to sell me something. You want to know that. You don't want to find that out on the backside. Who do you currently rely on for coaching now? You're going to build your competitors for this. So now you see who you're fighting against. You want to know
Mhm.
their logic on what they chose. Why'd you choose it? Oh, well, we go to the same church. We in the same fraternity. They came by and I worked with them at a previous school and I brought them over here. They followed me when I took a new job. You need to know that. Because if you poop on that person and it's their uncle, they're gonna not do business with you.
I'm not going to poop on anybody.
I'm just being real. Hey man, who sold you this old stupid term insurance policy? My
Uh-oh.
uncle sold me that. Now you like, oh, well, I know they're not buying from me. I just called his uncle stupid indirectly because I didn't know the source of who sold in the previous stuff.
Yeah. And then with all the in-services I sat through as a teacher and a coach, there's a lot of mistakes I could make there, but I won't.
But do you see what I mean? So that's why
Yeah.
these are very specific so that you know who you're fighting against, so that you're not going to be offensive by mistake. Okay, well, cool. What area do you wish you had help with?
Coach. Yeah.
What's your approach to currently solving that problem? How do you feel about that approach? How often do you think about this? Is it a broken leg or is it a nice to have? I want to sell painkillers. I don't want to sell multivitamins.
Mm.
I
Mm.
don't want like let me give you an example, right? Let me see if I can find something over here. This right here. For those who can't see it, this is acetaminophen. It got one active ingredient, acetaminophen. The rest of it is filler. I don't have to
Mhm.
guess what's in there. When you take your multivitamin, it's got 18 ingredients. You don't know what helped you, what's keeping you up at night, what making your neck itch. Maybe you're allergic to one of the ingredients in the multivitamin. You don't know because it has so many. A lot of times we talk about our product and we got all the features and it does this and it does that. They don't care about none of that stuff. They care about the one thing
One
that works
thing.
for them. But if
Mhm.
you go in pitching, you're pitching all over the place. But if you go in listening, you can just
Listening.
say, in this multivitamin, it has a really good high dose of vitamin K. It got all the other crap in there too. But don't talk about that. Just talk about the vitamin K that they need to help their eyes. Does that make sense? But
Yes.
that's why we got to go in with a blank slate, an open mind to learn about the customer. Because all you're doing in this survey is teaching them what type of coach you are.
Mhm. See it.
Most people just need somebody to listen to them. Entrepreneurship is a lonely business, and they need somebody outside of the company to listen to them. The principal can't complain to the assistant principal,
Nope.
and he definitely can't complain to the superintendent because he usually complaining about the superintendent. So he's stuck, but he can talk to you.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yes. Makes sense. Thanks so much for going through that again. I really appreciate it.
If I were to just, oh, no problem. If I were to decide to pursue this career, what might be the best way to approach people like you? Oh, reach out to me on LinkedIn. Okay, so now you know these folks are on LinkedIn. Oh, are you in any groups? You in a group? Tell me the group you in. I'm gonna get in that group, right?
Mhm.
When was the best time to reach out? Kamanzi sleep, so I'm in Thailand. Don't reach out to me. Nighttime, your time, daytime, my time, right? So you got to know these things. If you were in my shoes, what would you sell yourself? That's probably what you want to be offering them.
Yeah.
Right? How would you go about marketing it? If someone could get you to your outcome, what would you pay? Now, let me tell you why these questions are reversed. I've seen people on their surveys say, well, what's the outcome you're looking to get? Don't ask that first because they will lie to you. Because now you're telling them to quantify what this outcome is versus quantifying this pain up here, the problem that they think about all the time. Right? Like, yo, I'm going to solve this problem. How much you willing to pay to make this go away? That is that way for a reason. Do not mix them. Because if you say, well, what's the outcome you want? I want to be rich by tomorrow. Really? It's not even logical. Right? But if you said, you know what, the outcome that you're trying to get to, the product you said you would sell to yourself, what would you pay for it? Man, I would pay y'all $800 for that. Cool. Well, what does that look like? Boom. Then they tell you, how soon would you like it? Well, if I got this solved in the next 6 months, that would be great. That ain't a pain in the leg. That's a nice to have. Tomorrow, yesterday, next week, come by here tomorrow. I'll buy it. Let me know as soon as that's a buying signal. Oh, next week, they ain't next month, 6 months from now, follow up with me in 6 months. They ain't buying. Just put them over there. Right? So then you come down and I ask what we call we have to get them to confess. It's a preempting confession, right? So I would say, EJ, what'd you think about the survey so far now that you've seen it?
Amazing.
Right? Now, if I don't ask her that question and I just say, all right, we done. Can you give me some referrals? Dead. I got to get her to confess that the damn thing wasn't painful. That was amazing. Cool. If I decide to do this, would you have any objection to you discussing your situation in the future with me? What does that ask for? A sales meeting down the road. But if I just start selling up here, no, don't bring your ass back over here. That's what they told you. No, don't come back because they don't want to buy. You already showed me what type of coach you were. You told me this whole thing was a survey and you tried to sell me in the middle of a survey. When the census people come by your house, they don't try to sell you birth control because you got too many kids. They just take the questions to the census survey and report it to the government and go to your neighbor's house. That's the same attitude. Make sense? So when they say, yeah, I would love to talk to you about it. Cool. Well, one final question. Would you be willing to help me to complete the survey by suggesting a few people that I could ask the same questions? So if you ask them to buy, that's part of the same questions. And they're going to say, let me get back to you. Because they don't want to sick a pit bull on their friends. But when you call them back in 2 months, you say, hey, Sebastian, remember that survey you helped me with? I want to thank you. I put together this report on the entire survey, and I want to share it with you. Also, you mentioned that if I were to decide to solve one of the problems that you mentioned, I should reach back out to you. I'm going to send you over the survey along with my calendar so we can set up a time to show you what we came up with. That's how you follow up. That's how you get sales meetings without having to be doing this on TikTok, trying to do it. Ain't got time for that. This is how you build the business. And what you going to sell them? This. And what you going to charge them? This. That's how it works. So.
Genius.
Let me show you how we do it. Let's see.
Hey, Ron.
So, yep, go ahead. Say, Ron.
Yeah, you remember last time I talked with you, I don't know why because I tweaked the offer a little bit. Mine's got changed a little bit. The sequence of could you please send this original one more time so I can have it on my Google.
Mhm.
And also one more things, if I may, maybe not now because I don't want to take people's time. You remember the LinkedIn contact file? I already received the second group from them saying, and you said look for the connection file and upload it on the leads on the speaker
Mhm.
hub. When I
Mhm.
do, I just get like an error message or something.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing, but let me get through with everybody else, and then we
Yes,
can bring it up
yes.
to
Thank you
the.
so much.
All
Thank
right.
you. Thank
So
you.
in the chat, I put the survey for those who want to create their own. Basically, what you can do is just highlight this and then put it in the chat GPT, and it'll put the questions in there for you. I would copy and paste all of it and just put it in there. Trying to think of, I was going to say something else. Oh, what to show you. So you can see all those surveys, we do thousands of them. We take all the data and we put it in the chat GPT and it tells us, right? So let's see what this says about our customers at Speaker Hub. So in this one, this was 2,700 that we did in the last 3 or 4 months. And we asked the question, like some people didn't respond to certain things. So let's go down here. How people find Speaker Hub. Well, 40% of them find us through Googling how to find speaking gigs. 25% find us in ChatGPT. Right? So we work really hard on this to make sure that we come up whenever someone says, how do I find a speaking gig? Right? So who are most people trying to sell to? They're trying to sell to B2B. They want corporate. But second to that, they don't know. They trying to figure it out. Right? What are they currently using their voice for? To educate and inspire people into action. What does that mean? They're not professional speakers yet. Does that make sense? Well, how many gigs are they doing? 77% are just starting. They're just starting out. They're not. So I'm just saying you can get all of this information from answering those questions. Now, of course, we modified ours for our particular audience because I needed to know what products I needed to build. But at the beginning, you just need to get 5 customers. So if you do 4 rounds of that survey, you should end up with 150 or so surveys. You should probably end up out of that with 20 meetings. Out of those 20 meetings, you should be able to close 5 of them. Why? Because you offering them what they asked you for at the price they said they were willing to pay. EJ, have you ever sat at home and said, you know what, I'm bored. I just want to go on a sales meeting so I can tell some people no today?
No.
No, which means that if a person sets up a sales call with you, they were interested until you said something on that call that made them uninterested. So just don't say anything that makes them uninterested. All right. Sebastian, what's up?
So you mentioned yesterday that the email has to be set up in a certain way to keep track of in conversation.
Mm-hmm. So here, let me send that in the inside of Speaker Hub. If you go to Academy,
Give me a
and if
second.
you,
Hold on. I am in Academy. Okay.
yep, and if you scroll down to the bottom,
Okay.
you'll see one that says IMAP connection, getting your replies inside a Speaker Hub. You see that?
Yes, I am getting them in there, but it doesn't keep track on top like in conversation.
If the replies are in there, it goes to in conversation automatically.
Okay, so yeah,
If,
that was
but
my
what I
question.
would say is, but some people connected their Google. There's 2 ways to connect Google. There's the
Mhm.
way that doesn't track your conversations, and then there's the second one. The video that I just showed you here tells you how to set up
Okay, so
that
I'll
second
set it
route.
up
You see
this way.
that?
Yeah, yeah. Because I probably set it up the easy way, the simple
Yep.
way. Yeah.
Yep. You got to
Okay,
use those, right?
thank you.
Yep, no problem. Any other
Also,
questions? Was this helpful with the surveys? I can't wait. We where's Maria? Maria ain't on here. Don't tell her I showed y'all this, okay? Because she be getting mad at me because I be way too early. But in a few months, still do it the way you're doing it. But this is how much we believe in these surveys. Go ahead, Yvette.
Hey, Ron. Quick question about the leaderboard. So it shows that I have made some contacts, but
Uh-huh.
I'm not showing up on the leaderboard at all. So a couple questions.
Are you
Do
pitching to your
follow-up
own leads or from Speaker Hub leads?
speaker hub leads? Some of them
Okay.
are
Go ahead.
follow-ups.
Yeah, follow-ups don't count.
Okay, so only new leads.
Yep, only new leads show up on the leaderboard because those are
So
the ones
new,
that take credits.
got it. So new
'Cause-
leads, speaker hub only, not any that were uploaded.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Well, that answers my question.
Yep, no problem. That's why we do it that way on purpose. Um, because we the the first thing is not a lot of people upload leads, so we didn't even try to figure that part out. Um, even though that feature's been there for over a year, people still don't really use it. So we're still trying to get the what do you call it? We're still trying to get the basics of like adoption in place, right?
Okay. How about
So
speaker QRs? Do those count yet?
nope, those don't count either because those are follow-ups for like sales meetings. But we probably should reevaluate how we count the credits for the leaderboard now that you bring that up. But yeah, I mean, right now it's just the credits that are there
Okay.
because Speaker QR didn't cost you a credit either, right?
Right.
So one of the things, and you'll see in the future, is called what?
My surveys.
My surveys. And guess what it is? It's the survey that we've built it inside of the system.
Nice.
So this will be ready probably sometime in first or second quarter after Hubs comes out. And it will give you all the same stuff with all of the same forms and data, just like you saw me putting together. So you can see where you are, whether you converted them, what people are happy with you. All of those leads will show up in there with your surveys right next to Speaker QR. Make sense?
Oh,
So
awesome.
we're gonna build. You will, if you're not using Speaker Hub, you're gonna be crying because you're gonna be like, "Why am I spending $18 million on all these different things that don't talk to each other?" And we're just building it all right inside. I mean, you see the surveys there, so
And
you'll
so
be able to do it.
capture all the metrics. Is that what
Yep,
those graphs are?
yep. It captures everything. Can you see the screen here or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's the same questions, right? What would you pay? How would you market to yourself if you were in my shoes? It's the same questions that we live and die by. Why? Because I done seen some of y'all surveys and y'all changed the freaking questions and they don't work. So we gonna force you to keep it the way it is. All right. Any other questions? I can't show y'all everything, but we done designed this thing 2 years ahead. Any
So
other
we'll be
questions,
able to
Janika?
ask the questions directly from Speaker Hub to get those
Right?
metrics.
Yep.
Okay, nice.
Right inside of Speaker Hub. Speaker Hub Pro will be gone. That name will no longer be used. It was used to signify the two different worlds. The worlds unify very soon. So it'll just be called Speaker Hub. All the logos of Speaker Hub Pro will be retired. It will just be Speaker Hub. You will go inside of Speaker Hub to different places. But there's no more Speaker Hub Pro logos at all. I'll show you what I mean. I think it's here. That's the one that says Pro. One moment. So you'll see this really quickly. If you look at the current one that is live now, you see the Speaker Hub Pro logo, and the menu is different. When you look at the new one, it's just Speaker Hub, and then there's a thing now that says Speaker Page. So you'll be able to go in between both softwares. It'll be one software. It's no longer two. Got it? That is very, very, very close. Like 98% done. 98% done right now.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. Jadika. Jadika Bonnie Sam.
Yes, sir. As always, you read my mind, you come up with what's needed. Thank you for the surveys. Now, my question is like, as I follow my master mentor, do you have a format for when you started doing what's now called the co-worker in terms of how to put, I like that in terms of where you do weekly. Is there a structure in place for setting that up? Or is just something you just put together and made it happen?
A couple of things. So the design of this daily call is really selfish, right? It's because I believe if you get your needs met, it opens you up to get other people's needs met.
Yes.
Right. So in October of last year, we didn't have any testimonials of anybody using Speaker Hub. Right. So I don't know if you all remember that in all of our slideshows, and I'll show you, because again, everybody be waiting until they perfect. Not over here. We ain't doing that. We gonna go. And then you'll just be mad at us. But we gonna go forward. So if we look back at the old, let me go back to a year from a year ago, right? If you look back at our old slides from a year ago, this was the original flywheel. Some of y'all may remember that. But I used to have to put this disclaimer up at the top of all of our testimonials. Prior to owning Speaker Hub, I ran a booking service. So all of my testimonials were from my previous work at PitchDB. It was PitchDB and PR pitches, but it wasn't as if we didn't do the work. It was just we didn't have any results from Speaker Hub just yet. Does that make sense? But I needed to tell people that it's the same system. So I had to put this disclaimer up here. After 4 months of people using it, and say Ron coming in and going on 8 million podcasts, and we had some real results and testimonials, we did co-working so that we could collect more. So that's why it starts off with, are there any wins? Because I need testimonials to put at the top of the page. That's the only reason we did this. Because I'm like, all right, I got to go get testimonials. If I send out an email saying, tell me your testimonial, people going to get their makeup right. And I'm going to have less testimonials because they're going to say, well, I made you one last month. But you want to talk about your wins every day. So we just say, come and tell us your wins, and they're more natural.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So that's why we start off with, what are your wins? Very selfish, but also good because you all get a high five while we get the testimonials we want. So whatever you're doing, if you're helping people, start off with, hey, so what's new? What's happened since the last time we met? Any pain gone away? Did you implement what we talked about the last time? Any wins? And you collect those testimonials at the beginning. Don't wait to the end, because you remember Brian? Where's Brian? Brian's gone. But what we get from Brian at the introduction, I'm so glad I met Ron and joined this community. You think that's going up there tomorrow? That's why we do it.
Okay.
Makes sense. So you want to capture your testimonials from your live call. That's the payment for entry, right?
Okay.
Right. And then after that, you basically can take what you know, and I'll show you how we do it. Let me go to my notes. And when you all see these notes, you're going to say, I done heard these topics. Yeah, it's not by mistake. So let me show you. I got to open up my thing here so I can see it. Got to go way back into, all right, right? So let me share my notes page here. So the first, if you ever read Seven Habits, the first habit is be proactive, right? Oh shoot, I think I deleted something. I don't know what just happened. Let me see. The first thing is be proactive. And then the second one is begin with the end in mind. Do y'all know that? Those are the seven habits. So what I've done is I've gone through and I've mapped out how do I take someone from understanding why the speaking industry doesn't work all the way, how do you get authority, complete the surveys, all of these things. I mapped it all out. So these are my topics that I just hit all the time with you guys.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So I always got something to talk about because an hour isn't enough to go into this. I can talk about this for 3 weeks. But you see what I mean? If I don't map out everything, then I don't know, well, how do you get paid before, during, and after? Well, how do you become a thought leader? Well, you got to have some leading thoughts, complete the surveys, do sales meetings, create the solution for the market that they asked for, charge what they said it was worth. I don't teach that by mistake. It's mapped out. Does that make sense? Well, what are the different ways to speak? You can do webinars, trainings, courses, boot camps, podcast interviews, write articles. All of that is there. But you have to map out where is your customer right now and where do they want to be and what's every step in the middle. Right? That's all your content. that is your content. Make sense, Janika?
Yes, because the thing that I like, and I've always shared with you, I like the idea of the workshop format, where we come in here. And that's one of the things that I'm working on for January to be about coming out the gate with that. Because I know for a fact that's an excellent establishing who you are when you talk about establishing your expertise and your leadership and thought, thoughts and all of that. So I'm just want to carbon copy your format in terms of that. And that's what I'm looking at.
Now, let me show you another way for those who may not want to map out everything right away. Let me show you what you can do. I can come over here and I'll use one I already have. You can come to old Chat GPT. I'm going to upload someone's thing I was working on yesterday. Take your LinkedIn, the same LinkedIn file, right?
Mm-hmm.
Andre wants to create a weekly call. See? Now, that's really important. You want the things to build on top of it so that the person feel like, dang, I missed it yesterday. What did I miss? If you just teaching random stuff, they don't mind missing. So all I did was take his LinkedIn and we put it in here. Now, yours would have a bit more context, but I'm just showing you one easy way to do it. Got it, Janika?
Yes.
Now you got your talks. right? And then if you want to go even deeper, you can take it here and you can say, give me the outline for this week. That's how you do it. Now, the great thing about using an outline is that you're going to have your own stories.
Yes.
Does that make sense? So you don't want it
Yes.
to write the script for you. You want the outline. And then now I can say, well, how do I set this up? The most leadership problems are not skill problems, they're identity problems. Authority reveals identity, it doesn't create it. Perfect. Now, I got an idea in my mind of how I can tell that story, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Let me give you an example. Let's say all 20 of us, we were going to go climb a mountain. All of us are speakers by trade, but EG has been a mountain climber as a hobby in Denver for the last 15 years, but none of us knew it. When he sees me do something stupid, because I'm not a black person that hikes, he probably gonna say, hey, Ron, you got on the wrong shoes, bro. Did he need to be the group leader to give me that advice? No. So a lot of times in life, guys, you don't need the title to be a leader. If you feel like you need the title to lead, you probably have to check your ego. That's how I would teach that opening thing. Because I'm talking about ego and mental reset. Got to rethink about how I'm thinking about this thing. You see that?
Mhm.
So then now I can talk about, well, why identity and role, they're two different things. EG is a helpful guy, so he would have helped us anyway. He just did the same thing on the mountain that he does on these daily calls already, which is provide advice, stop people from bumping their head, give them a different direction, an easier method. This is what he does. That's his identity. That's not his role. He's not the problem solver for our daily calls, but that's who he is, right? Bonnie is the person that will ask the question that everybody's afraid of asking and won't say nothing. So that's not her role to ask the unspoken question. It's her identity. She's not afraid of asking the question and being judged. She don't care. She got to get her needs met. But you see how we can teach that with just an outline because we have enough experience in our roles or whatever we're doing in order to just go into it. So I'm not a big fan of a lot of scripting. Does that make sense, Jadika? So I come to these
Yes.
calls with outlines, right?
Gotcha. Mhm.
And I just know, okay, right? And yeah, so that's really kind of how I come into these calls. I usually have some generic outline in the background of what I want to talk about.
Gotcha. Thank
Yep.
you. Mm.
Mhm. All right. I got 15 more minutes, guys. Bonnie, what's up?
Oh my gosh, I freaking love that so much. Um, I just organized my community on school and was
Mhm.
thinking, there's a billion things I can talk about, but they're all flying around my head like everything else does. And you just solved that question for me, how I'm going to lay that out. Yeah. And the point that you made at the beginning of it, that people are more likely to stay with it if they know it's a sequential thing they don't want to miss rather than a random show up. I hadn't thought about that. So that's really helpful. Um, and yes, having been an educator for so long, I'm not to ask questions. That's what I tell everybody else.
Well,
So
I was
here's one.
told there's no dumb questions, just dumb questioners. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Believe me, at this point, there's nothing you can say that's going to offend me. Um,
I'm just
you
kidding.
crack me up. You crack me up. So you had some of us go back into our LinkedIn's, and some of us, we won't mention any names, and Jadika and me, had a bunch of stuff in the background that we hadn't added. So now that it's added, and we're on LinkedIn, we're Speaker Hub speakers. So there's that connection. Since that stuff is added, will that change what Speaker Hub does as far as the email creation that we have, or should we go in and rewrite our bios in Speaker Hub to update that stuff so that those emails that go out are more accurate to what's in LinkedIn?
No, I don't
Does
think
that
it's
make
that important. I don't think you should modify that at all because the email in LinkedIn, I mean the email from Speaker Up isn't sending your whole LinkedIn, right? It's
no?
one sentence about what you do, right? So the most important thing is that one sentence. How do you help? I help this group to do this thing without this pain, right?
Okay. And
That's the most
that comes
important
up
thing.
in templates easily enough. And that
Yeah.
leads me back to a survey question. So if I understood what I just saw in that quick bit, that you're organizing the survey thing better so we can't run ourselves over. Um,
Mhm.
and the surveys that I have done, the only changes that I made were to attach to that group, to the human resources department or whatever I was working with. I didn't do anything out of order. Um, and so I'm wondering what that's going to look like in the survey space.
Yeah.
Are we
So
going
I'll
to
show you. So
have
let me
surveys for
just show
each
you
type
the.
of?
No, 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 no. I'll show you. Right.
All right. Well, I mean,
So
because I've done one for education, I have one for senior living facilities, so different from each other.
yeah, I know.
But
But let me just give you. I'm going to give you all something that. Um, one second here. All right. And we need to update this, but I'll just share it with you. Let me see. One moment. All right. I got to share the other page here. And you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to share a Google Doc. I think I have it in my um, right. So I'll modify this and eventually share it with you guys, but because it's not fully updated. But so this is from years ago, right? And this is the original one. And then we just keep improving it, but it doesn't have the questions, the last three questions, right? So I need to add those questions and then I'll share it with you and you'll be able to just highlight this and put it all into and just put it all into what's the daggone thing called? Um, Chat GPT. So watch this. Let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to use Andre as an example here again. Here is a survey. Market survey that needs to be updated for Andre's industry. Watch this. Only update the industry. Don't change the gist of the questions. Right? So watch this. I'm going to take the file and I'm just going to put it in there and watch what it's going to do. It already knows what Andre does from what? From his LinkedIn. He ain't trying to be an insurance agent. So the questions that come out from here, as I mentioned, I'm giving serious consideration to expanding my work in leadership coaching and leadership development. You see how it kept the basis of it and it just put in bold what it changed. You see that, Janika? Tell me your experience with leadership coaching and development. Anything that's not in bold, it didn't change. So it kept the questions the same. What y'all do, y'all going in and not everybody, but most of y'all, like 99 out of 100, have changed the entire freaking questions. And it's like, no.
no, didn't.
Oh, no, again, you were the one. I'm talking about everybody else. There's probably three other people on the call too that did modify. I'm saying this is how we want it. It should be very minor changes. not
But now we can.
rewording. Well, here's the question. Here's what happens. People try to reword the question in their voice,
Don't.
right? So let me give you a great example of this. If I said, if I told Viviana, every time I look into your eyes, time seems to stand still. Pretty romantic in some ways. If I said, baby, you got a face that can stop a clock, I said the same thing, but it didn't mean the same thing. Right? So don't change the words. A face that can stop the clock and time standing still, it's the same thing, just not the same response she gonna have. So don't change the words is the point. The words are that way on purpose. Got it?
Can you scroll
But what
up
you just showed us.
so we can see the wording that you
I'll
use?
share I'll add that to the doc, but I don't want to spend all day on it.
Okay, no worries.
But I have it as a Google Doc. It doesn't have all the questions. So this is an old version that I haven't updated. I need to update it with it's missing like 5 questions at the end. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, but in
Until I get those
ChatGPT,
on there.
but in
Yeah.
ChatGPT, you ask the question in a specific way to make sure we don't change the questions.
Yeah, I'll put that prompt in the document.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep, I got you. I'm not gonna leave you hanging.
Does that mean we can take the original document and put it in ChatGPT and then ask it to give it back to us for the industry?
Yeah, that's what I did.
That's what you did. Okay. And it's Sam's turn. I'm sorry, Sam. I'm going to shut up now. Bye.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're seeing here. All I did was take the file. You see that? See that, Bonnie? I don't know if you're muted, but
Oh, yeah. I totally see it. Yeah.
here's a market survey that needs to be updated for Andre's industry.
Great.
Only update the industry. Don't change the gist of the questions. So it did.
Perfect.
Got it?
That,
All right.
that makes it so easy. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Thank
Yep.
you.
Sam, last question, last 4 minutes.
Thanks, Bunny. But I'm learning from your questions, so thank you. Quick question, Ron. I think I missed. How does the connections work? Because as we connect to podcasts, we lose one connection, and then how do you kind of get them back, or how does it
So
work?
every month you get a refresh. So you should get.
Oh, okay.
You should have started off with the original 500 plus another 500 bonus. So you should have started off
Okay.
with 1,000. If you don't use them all in a month, they roll over and they
Okay, cool.
refresh every month. Every month you get another 500 in your account, Sam, based on the plan that you have.
Okay, cool. And it's each time I send an email to a podcast person or media or anywhere, it takes out one.
Yep, but it doesn't take one for follow-ups. So you can
Okay.
follow up as many times as you want. They don't count. Got it?
Okay, that's more than enough. Thanks.
All right. Any other questions? No? Cool. Anything else? If not, I will catch up with you guys in the new year. Happy New Year to everybody. Be safe with all these people shooting guns and stuff tomorrow. You know how they do it in the hood. Watch out. Stay in the house. Unless you out there shooting too. Do your thing. But I know Kevin gonna be out there with his musket. Kevin got a musket. You still gotta put the salt in there.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, and
Happy
I'll
New
see
Year.
you all
Thank
in
you.
2026.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy
Take
New
care.
Year.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Everyone.
Hey, Ron, what's going on tonight? You said something about
there's a webinar tonight, 7:00 Eastern. It's called "Stop Speaking for Free in 2026."
is there a link?
It's where
Can we attend even if we are?
anybody can come. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we sent you an email. Look for an
Yeah,
email
yeah.
from me.
We have the
Okay.
email.
You may have gotten an email. We sent out like
Yep.
3 emails today so far.
I
I don't
got
have
the
the link.
email.
Juliana isn't on here.
Okay.
But
Thank you.
there's a link someplace. I
Okay.
don't know. Text me and I'll send it to you,
Okay.
EJ, because I don't have it. Juliana
Appreciate
did.
it. Thank
All right.
y'all very
Bye-bye.
much.
Bye.